Welcome back, world, to another episode of Sins of the South Cooking. It is Darius here with another sinful recipe for you guys today. This actually should have been my first tutorial. I've actually been holding this one out for you guys for a while, but cinnamon rolls are finally on the menu. Me personally, I find them better than Cinnabon, including the buttercream cheese frosting that I will be showing you guys also. So let's go ahead and get those playlists set. Follow these easy tips and instructions and you can find out for yourself. So let's go ahead and jump right in. As far as our ingredients, what I'm going to start doing is actually doing a printable version of the recipe in the description so you can see the amounts of the ingredients. But we have standard sugar, brown sugar. I actually ended up using a can of evaporated milk instead of the half and half. Vanilla, salt, cinnamon, nutmeg, butter, yeast of course, and eggs. That lemon, the powdered sugar, and the cream cheese for, again, the frosting that we're going to be making, and that's about it. So first thing we actually want to do is measure out a cup of your evaporated milk and put that in your microwave for exactly 30 seconds. Stir in a tablespoon of the sugar you're going to be using with the regular sugar and mix in your yeast and let that sit for about 5 to 15 minutes, stirring about every 5 minutes or so. And what that sugar does is acts as honestly a steroid for that yeast, just helping aid in the proofing process, making sure it's foamy and frothy. So that way, once we do add this to the dough, this is exactly what that chemical reaction is that makes the dough itself rise. Once it's proofed for about 10 minutes, go ahead and stir it and let it proof for at least another 5 to 10 minutes. So this dough is actually going to be a lot easier than, say, the biscuit dough. You can actually go ahead and just add in all your ingredients minus the yeast mixture into your stand-up mixer and go ahead and get it mixed together. This certainly isn't a dough we necessarily have to be gentle with like our biscuits. Once you've gotten all your dough ingredients combined, you can throw on your dough hook and knead that for about 5 to 8 minutes. You're going to cover that dough with plastic wrap and a towel and leave that in a warm and humid area for at least an hour or two. If you don't have that, you can preheat your oven to 200 degrees, cut off the oven and leave your door open and set your dough in. And again, let that sit for about 1 to 2 hours until it doubles in size. From here, we're just going to liberally flour our surface and roll out our dough. You are definitely going to want longer sides and short sides. You're going to be rolling this sideways, or lengthwise, I should say. You're just going to go ahead and slather on your butter to the edge. Sprinkle on your brown sugar and cinnamon mixture to the edge as well. And then from there, we'll start rolling it up. This rolling out process, there's no one way. Really, I struggle with it myself, but the key is to keep it tight. You don't want a lot of space between the layers. So it's a lot of tucking and rolling and pulling and crimping and just trying to keep it as even as possible. I'm using my scraper because you can also shape it and kind of form it as you go, and once the roll is complete, as you'll see, just to kind of shape it to make sure your rolls are even and uniform. So I'm just going to let you guys watch me struggle for a little bit, let you guys see we're not all professionals at everything all the time. See, just using my scraper to kind of shape it as I go, keeping my surface floured as well. Once we've gotten that nice uniform shaped log, comes the cutting. Now, the easiest and most consistent cuts you will get for cinnamon rolls actually come from dental floss. Never want to use a knife in this process, kind of deteriorating the shape of your cinnamon rolls. So you just want to take off a decent amount of dental floss, wrap it around your fingers as if you would flossing your teeth. Just slide it under your roll, kind of pull it through. Most even, consistent cut you will get. Again, just slide it under, continue that all the way down until you have at least, I got 12 good sized cinnamon rolls out of this recipe. Go ahead and place those rolls in a buttered baking dish into a preheated oven of 350, 375 for about 20 minutes until they are lightly golden. As promised for the butter cream cheese frosting, you just want to mix your butter and your cream cheese. Cream that together, add your vanilla, your lemon zest, which only takes about half the lemon, even that, which I actually ended up forgetting in this video. Add in 3 cups of your powdered sugar, scrape down your bowl, add in the last 2 cups of powdered sugar, and 2 tablespoons of the evaporated milk left over. If you're someone like me who likes to be extra, I did throw pecans on mine. What I did is 10 minutes into the baking process, I went ahead and just sprinkled them on top. At that point, they had proofed and risen enough to where there was no space between the rolls, so I knew they wouldn't fall through. So I just sprinkled them on half and went ahead and threw them back in there. That way they can go ahead and toast and get that nutty flavor from those pecans as well. Once the 20-minute mark hits, I do take them out, let them cool for about 5, not even a full 10 minutes. I do like to spread my frosting on while they're still warm, just to allow it to melt and kind of soak into those cinnamon rolls and just get ooey gooey nasty. And here we are out of the oven, slightly cooled. As you see, half pecan, half original. Perfect creases for that frosting just to ooze and just soak into. Be proud of yourself, guys. Here's our final result. Look at that damn cinnamon roll. Of course, like, share, subscribe. Until next time, stay sinning.